boys and girls, for our functional activity today, we are going to use an iPad and we're going to do some searching, okay? Some Google searching, and we're going to learn about an endangered animal. So I should have posted this on your class dojo. So first, let's find what animal that we want to do some research on. All right, so if you were to go to an iPad, or you could go to, a cell phone, you could go to a tablet, you could do a computer, but if we're gonna use it, I'm just gonna teach you using an iPad. So the first thing that you wanna do is make sure that you're at the screen, and then I like to use Google Chrome. You also can use Safari, but I like to use Google Chrome. So if you go to Google Chrome, it'll bring up a web browser, and you should be able to use this search engine. That's what Google is. Google is a search engine. So what we can do is we can type in endangered animals. E-N-D-A-N-G-E-R-E-D, endangered animals, A-N-I-M-A-L-S, endangered animals. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna pop up some pictures most of the time when you're searching things, but I'm gonna scroll down so that we can go to an actual website. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this here. It says species list, and it's from the World Wildlife Fund. And I know that that's a credible source, so I can click that, and it's gonna give me a list. So we can scroll down here and pick one. Oh, I think I'm gonna choose the African wild dog. So I'm gonna click on that little link there, and I'm going to put on my picture here the African wild dog so that I know what I'm talking about. African wild dog. All right, and now we need to learn what is the animal's habitat. So let's look at this website here. I think the name of the dog is kind of gives you a clue. So it is in East Africa. East Africa. So my animal's habitat is in East Africa, and it is specifically in the forest or the desert. The forest or the desert. So I'm gonna write forest, F-O-R-E-S-T, and desert. So he can live in a lot of places. Oh, whoopsies, I think I just wrote desert. Desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, whoopsies. And let's look, what does it eat? Well, let's go back to our website here. It eats, let's look. They eat gazelles. What they actually say is medium-sized ruminants, but we're gonna put gazelles down. It eats gazelles. G-A-Z-E-L-L-E-S. So we can now draw a picture of the wild dog. So I'm gonna bring up a picture here so you can see what the wild dog looks like. It almost has ears like a bear, but it's a dog. So we can make a quick picture here. And I'm not a super good artist here, so we're gonna just make a little guess here about what this dog looks like. So I'm gonna open his mouth so he looks happy with his little tongue sticking out and his nose. All right, and then his ears are kind of circular like a mouse or a bear. So I can put his little eyes here, just like that. All right, so that's kind of like what the dog's gonna look like. It's not the best picture, but you can draw a better picture if you know how to draw better than that. But here's our wild dog. All right, and let's give him some eyes and some eyebrows. And he actually has some spots all over him. So we can put some spots on him so that he has some black spots. And he's also like a yellowish and a black color. So there's our dog. And then let's talk, where does he live on the map? So like I said earlier, he lives in Africa. He's an African wild dog. So if you look at that picture of the map there, do you see that? Where all that yellow is where he lives. So we can draw a picture of Africa. So Again, I'm not the best artist here, but I'm doing my best. So I'm gonna also write Africa, so we know that that's what this is. So here's our Africa. And I'm gonna use my other color here just to put some X's on where our animal lives. So we could do up here is where he lives, down here, and over here. So that's where our African dog lives. Awesome job, boys and girls. You did so great. We're gonna finish out with a song and I'll see you then, all right? Bye.